Good morning, children. Hope you are fine. Did you read our story, The Boy Who Drew Cats? Yes, read. Okay, good. Have you done the assignments that I gave in our last class? Have done? Very good, children. Can you say which all assignments I gave? Good. First one, I told you to write a diary entry of the boy's father after leaving the boy in the temple. The father left the child in the temple to become a priest and went home. The father was very sad and he writes his feelings in a diary. That diary I told you to write. I think all of you have done it. Yes, good. So here is a diary entry that I got from one of my students. Let us read it. Oh God, my child is there in the temple. This is the first time he's away from us. I don't know whether he'll be able to adjust with the new situation. The priest was very happy to accept him. We answered all his questions cleverly. My boy was very smart in front of him. I'm sure he will learn everything very fast. But I'm really worried about his drawing. Will the priest allow it? I advised him not to draw cats. It may irritate the priest. Oh God, let him stop his drawing. Do you remember which question I gave next? Yes, I told you to write the conversation between the boy and the priest. The priest told the boy to go away from the temple. When the priest understood that the boy won't be a good priest, he sent the boy away from the temple. Before leaving the temple, they might have a conversation between the priest and the boy. I told you to write that conversation. I hope that all of you have done. Okay. See, here is a conversation. Just go through it.
What have you done? You have drawn cats even in the prayer book?
I like drawing cats.
Don't you know that an acolyte should read books?
Yes, but I can stop drawing cats.
I think this way of life is not fit for you. You have the genius of an artist.
Sir, I will try to stop it. Please don't scold me.
My boy, you will never make a good priest, so you must go away from here at once.
Please don't send me. My father will punish me.
No, let me give a last piece of advice. Avoid large places at night and keep to small.
Avoid large places, keep it small. It means? Sorry, sir. I will remember your advice always. Thank you, sir.
Do you remember where we stopped our story? Yes. The boy reached the temple and he didn't meet anybody there. And without knowing anything about the temple, about the goblin rat, he reached the temple. He didn't know that many warriors tried to kill the goblin, but all of them were killed. Without knowing any of these things, the boy reached the temple. What may happen to the boy? Let us read. Now open your book and listen carefully. Okay. When he got to the village, it was already dark and all the people were in bed, but he saw the big temple on a hill at the other end of the principal street, and he saw there was a light in the temple. People who tell the story say the goblin used to make that light in order to tempt lonely travelers to ask for shelter. The boy went at once to the temple and knocked. There was no sound inside. He knocked and knocked again, but still nobody came. At last, he pushed gently at the door and was quite glad to find that it had not been fastened. So he went in and saw a lamp burning, but no priest. He thought some priest would be sure to come very soon, and he sat down and waited. Then he noticed that everything in the temple was grey with dust and thickly spun over with cobwebs. So he thought to himself that the priest would certainly like to have an acolyte to keep the place clean. He wondered why they had allowed everything to get so dusty. What most pleased him, however, were some big white screens good to paint cats upon. Though he was tired, he looked at once for a writing box and found one and ground some ink and began to paint cats. He painted a great many cats upon the screens and then he began to feel very sleepy. He was just on the point of lying down to sleep beside one of the screens when he suddenly remembered the words, avoid large places, keep to small. The temple was very large. He was all alone. And as he thought of these words, though he could not quite understand them, he began to feel for the first time a little afraid. And he resolved to look for a small place in which to sleep. He found a little cabinet with a sliding door and went into it and shut himself up. Then he lay down and fell fast asleep. I hope that you have understood. Let me ask you some questions. When did the boy reach the temple? Good, at night. After reaching the, what did he do there? He started to draw cats. He was very happy to see many white screens in the temple and he started to draw cats. He drew many cats on the white screens of the temple and was very happy. Where did he sleep? Yeah, in a little cabinet in the temple. Did he remember the advice of the priest? Yes. Okay, now do one thing, children. You have to read that portion silently and underline the difficult words. Some questions are displayed on the screen. You have to find out the answers too. Here is the first question. Why did the goblin light the lamp in the temple? Yes, the goblin wanted to attract the lonely travelers to the temple, and for that purpose he lighted a lamp in the temple. The lonely travelers will be looking for a shelter at night, and so the goblin wanted to attract the travelers to the temple. That is why the goblin lighted a lamp in the temple. And what was the condition of that temple when the boy reached there? It was full of dust and cobwebs. And at the very first sight itself, the boy thought that that priest should certainly need an acolyte to clean the place because that place is very dirty. It is full of dust. He noticed that the temple was full of white screens. There are a lot of place for him to draw. So he was very happy and he started to draw his cats on all the screens. And he drew a variety of cats on the screens. After drawing a lot of cats, he felt sleepy. He was very tired because he was walking all through the way. All along the road he was walking alone. And so he was very tired. He wanted to sleep. It was a very big temple and he was all alone there. Did he remember anything at that time? Yes, he remembered the words of the old priest. Say, children, what the old priest advised him? Yes, avoid large places at night and keep to small. That was the advice given by the priest. So he wanted to find out a small place to sleep. He checked everywhere and he found a little cabinet in the temple. He entered there and started to sleep. Here, now the boy was all alone there in the temple. Nobody was there. He didn't know anything about the atmosphere, anything about the temple, and he felt a little bit afraid for the first time. When he remembered the words of the old priest, he thought that there was something to be worried about. So he felt frightened. Can you write the thoughts of the boy? So we are going to write the diary entry of the boy after reaching the big temple. You know how to write? The points all you remember. What are the things we have to keep in mind while writing a diary? You know that too. And so, keeping this all, you have to write the thoughts of the boy before he started to sleep. Then, what may happen to the boy? He slept there. He was very tired and he slept there. Can we imagine that there may happen anything terrible to him? Let us read and find out. Okay, listen Chalan. Open your textbook, listen carefully. Very late in the night, he was awakened by a most terrible noise, a noise of fighting and screaming. It was so dreadful that he was afraid even to look through a chink of the little cabinet. He lay very still, holding his breath for fright. The light that had been in the temple went out, but the awful sounds continued and became more awful, and all the temple shook. After a long time, silence came, but the boy was still afraid to move. He did not move until the light of the morning sun shone into the cabinet through the chinks of the little door. Then he got out of his hiding place very cautiously and looked about. The first thing he saw was that all the floor of the temple was covered with blood. And then he saw, lying dead in the middle of it, an enormous monstrous rat, a goblin rat bigger than a cow. But who or what could have killed it? There was no man or other creature to be seen. Suddenly, the boy observed that the mouths of all the cats he had drawn the night before were red and wet with blood. Then he knew that the goblin had been killed by the cats which he had drawn. And then also, for the first time, he understood why the wise old priest had said to him, "Avoid large places at night, keep to small." Afterward, that boy became a very famous artist. Some of the cats which he drew are still shown to travelers in Japan. What did he hear at night? He heard the sound of screaming, shouting, crying. Was he afraid? Yes, he was afraid to come out. What did he notice in the morning? He noticed that the floor of the temple was full of blood. Who killed the goblin? Yes, his cats. The cats that he had drawn on the walls, on the screens, killed the goblin. Now the boy felt thanks to the old priest. Why? because the old priest gave him an advice before leaving the temple. What was the advice? Do you remember? Yes, avoid large places at night and keep to small. It is because of that words that he found a little cabinet to sleep. Otherwise, he would have been slept in the big temple. But remembering the words of the old priest, he found out a small place to sleep. It saved him. It saved his life. And that is why the boy was so thankful, grateful to the old priest. Okay, let us read the lesson once again. While reading, underline the difficult words. The meanings of new words are given here on the screen. And so, check and understand the sentences clearly. Have you finished? Yes. Shall we summarize the story now? I mean the last part? Yes. The boy reached the temple. He didn't know anything about the goblin that frightened the priest away. When he reached there, he didn't find anybody in the temple. He pushed the door and opened it. He found that the temple was full of dust and cobwebs. He thought the priest would certainly need an acolyte to keep the place clean. He decided to wait. But we know his habit. He wanted to draw cats whenever he was alone. So he found some big screens, wide screens on the temple and was very happy because he got enough place to draw cats. Without wasting time, he started to draw cats everywhere. After drawing a lot of cats, he was tired because he was walking all this way and was very tired and wanted to take rest. It was night. Suddenly he remembered the words of the old priest. Avoid large places at night and keep to small. When he remembered the words, he felt a little bit afraid for the first time. So he decided to find out a little place, a small place to sleep in. He found a little cabinet with a sliding door. He opened it and entered the cabinet and shut himself and started to sleep. At midnight, he heard some horrible sounds. Somebody was shouting, screaming, crying. He was too frightened to look through the chinks of the door. He controlled himself and even without taking breath, he stayed there in the little cabinet till the morning. In the morning, very carefully, very cautiously, he opened the little cabinet. He was surprised to see the floor was full of blood. He checked everywhere, and a few minutes later, he saw the big goblin lying dead on the floor. It was as big as a cow. He looked everywhere but didn't see anybody. Then who killed the goblin? Yes, it was killed by his cats which he drew last night on the screens on the walls. Now he felt grateful to the old priest for giving him such an advice. Avoid large places at night and keep to small. That advice saved his life. That is why the boy felt thanks to the priest. And even now, in the temple, his cats are the. It was shown to the travelers in Japan. This is her story. Now, let us write the character sketch of our boy in the story. What is meant by character sketch, children? Character sketch is a short description of a person's character. What are the things we have to keep in mind while writing the character sketch? Yes, describe the role of the character in the story. Write the physical appearance of the character. Then, write the character's relationship with other characters in the story. Now, let us do one more activity, children. Imagine that the boy narrates all these events to his mother. So, we have to write that narrative. Okay, the boy narrates everything to his mother. So, we have to write that narrative. We know, children, how to write. That means we have to write the story in the words of the boy. How we start, children? Mom, I started to draw cats everywhere. The old priest became very angry and he told me to leave the temple at once. I was afraid to come home because I was sure that father would punish me for being disobedient to the old priest. And then continue the story. That means we have to write the narrative in first person. The boy narrates that story to his mother. Try to write it. So remember our assignments. Don't forget to do that. Do it today itself. Read the textbook very carefully. Try to answer the textual questions. So it's time for us to wind up our class. Goodbye. Take care.